News Panorama is a TV news magazine program that gives you the story behind the story.
It tells the stories the way they should be told by capturing the larger scale.
It deals with people's deep feelings on issues that, when brought to the fore, ultimately educates, informs and entertains.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
In today's rapidly advancing world, where staying connected is paramount, the significance of a solid road network cannot be overemphasized enough. From driving economic growth to promoting social cohesion, a dependable road network serves as a backbone of development and advancement in any given area or nation. Impact of air pollution and more on today's program. Welcome and thanks for joining me on the program News Panorama. I am Josephine Ifanga.
News Panorama. Capture the larger scale.
If you have just tuned in, you are watching News Panorama. Calabar, a city known for its pristine hair and natural beauty, is now grappling with the devastating consequences of industrialization. The flour mill axis, a hub of economic activity, has become a hotbed of air pollution, spewing toxic emission that threatens the health, well-being and very existence of its residents, making it imperative to confront the dark side of industrialization and demand action to protect the air, the environment and the people of Calabar. Glory Edet tells us more.
Residents of the same town, Ikotishi, Ekorinum, among others, have continued to lament the environmental pollution emanating from the waste of the Flour Mills Nigeria PLC. The World Health Organization estimated that around 7 million people die every year from exposure to fine particles in polluted air that penetrates deep into the lungs and cardiovascular system, causing health issues like respiratory problems, cardiovascular diseases, cancer, birth defects, among others. The residents say the stench from the flour mill has become unbearable and dangerous to the health.
It's not healthy, but it's what we've come to get used to.
It's not good for health. It's very bad. You all know it's very bad.
We ourselves that are living near flour mill, we are suffering a lot. Because of this problem, I have sent my son out because it disturbs him more than us here. Whenever the smelling comes, the boy will not feel comfortable. It will be turning anything that he puts anything that he eats, he will start vomiting.
Others who operate businesses along the highway axis complain of low patronage due to the effect of the odor in the vicinity, as customers cannot stop to buy.
We perceive very bad odor here in this environment. So secondly, dustbin. This dustbin, when they carry it, you cannot even sit down here. Okay, so government should come and help us.
The residents pleaded that the government of Cross River State should come to their aid, as they have become really uncomfortable perceiving the stench.
It is a factory producing edible food. There are eatable things that have aggressive odor, like fish and other things. When they are mixing it for animal feed, it generates odor that, man may not tolerate. And there is no how you can stop the company from producing it, because that is where we get most things we eat.
The waste product that they always produce there, that is what causes the smell. And it's not good, it's not healthy to the environment. The urban people, they are doing their work, they're doing their best. I will still urge the government and appeal to the government that they should put more effort in terms of paying them and monitoring them while they do their job.
The fight against air pollution requires a collective effort. We urge residents, authorities and industries to work together towards a cleaner, healthier environment. Here at Flour Mills, located at Murtala Mohammed Highway, all efforts to speak with the management has proved that God failed. It's here we see News Panorama, very independent.
In a country where fuel scarcity has become a way of life, the launch of Dangote Refinery's operation has sparked hope that Nigeria's continuous fuel crisis may finally be nearing its end. With its massive 6,500 barrels per day capacity, the refinery has been announced as a game changer capable of meeting the country's fuel demands, even exporting surplus. But can this mega project really solve Nigeria's fuel crisis, or will it succumb to the same challenges that have plagued the previous efforts? Magdalene Edem tells us more in the report.
Africa's largest oil producer has struggled with fuel scarcity and energy insecurity for decades. The country's 4 state-owned refineries have been plagued by inefficiency, corruption, and lack of investment, forcing Nigeria to rely heavily in fuel imports. In a groundbreaking development, the highly anticipated Dangote Refinery has finally begun petrol production. This was made known to the public on 1st September 2024, marking a significant milestone in Nigeria's economic energy sector. After years of fuel scarcity and frustration, this development is expected to alleviate the ongoing petrol scarcity that has gripped the nation, offering much needed relief to millions of Nigerians.
So right now, as we have this refinery working, it will show the true consumption of Nigeria. We can track every single loaded trucks, and we will try as much as possible to track the loaded ships. This refinery will actually change the entire dynamics, not only in Nigeria, but in sub-Saharan Africa.
Dangote Refinery, with a capacity to produce 650,000 barrels per day, in the largest single-train refinery in the world. Its operations are expected to transform Nigeria's fuel landscape, reducing reliance on imports and increasing energy security. While Dangote Refinery's production is significant, the question remains, will it meet Nigeria's energy demands? Some respondents expressed delight on the new refinery, noting that they are expecting the price of fuel to reduce.
Is this refinery coming to address the problem of the fuel? If that's what it's coming to do, then it will go down. But if it's not, we'll still experience the same.
If fuel is everywhere, then there will be no queue. Let it come, let us see. So when we see, we will now be able to say, you know, seeing is believing. Yes. If the thing is all over Nigeria, there will be no queue. But if we don't see it is confined in one area and the other, so there will still be queue.
When they start the refinery, it can work and it can help some people now. They pray, say, as him open the refinery, at least make the fuel and go down and help the masses.
It's done. And the fuel is brought out for the masses to purchase at a lower rate. I think the thing will caution some effect, because the problem of this country, the problem of inflation is fuel. That's the major problem of this area. At least if fuel, they can bring fuel affordably, I mean, things will change.
While others opine that the refinery supply might not be sufficient for the whole country.
Looking at Dangote to solve the problem of fuel scarcity in Nigeria, it will not occur well. You know, Dangote is a private entity. You know, the primary duty of government is to cater for its citizens. But in the aspect of private sector, it's about profit making, profit maximization. So it will not solve the problem until the government on its own take the bull by the horn by making the country's refinery to function very well.
The fuel that Dangote is producing cannot be enough for Nigerians. So the Nigerian will still continue to import or refine and import, bring back their diesel. That is why the subsidy will still continue. Because Dangote alone cannot supply both fuel and diesel for the whole Nigeria. Nigeria is very large.
However, these ones raised their concerns about marketers not willing to buy from Dangote Refinery.
We were able to allow him, we were able to buy the fuel with him. He will good with us. But if the marketers, if the Nigerian marketers will refuse, that will be good for us. So if Nigeria buy with Dangote, that means scarcity of fuel will no more.
If the Kaba allowed it to go down, because if they won't allow it, it cannot stay on its own to reduce the price. Those who are still controlling the mineral of the resources are still it might not be the one to, it might not be his problem. He might have the intention to reduce the price, but he can't do it on his own.
While Dangote Refinery production is a significant step towards addressing Nigerian fuel prices, it is unlikely to single-handedly meet the country's energy demand. A comprehensive approach, including investment in infrastructure, regulatory reforms, and diversification of energy sources, is needed to ensure Nigeria's energy security. For CRBC News Panorama, Magdalene Edem reporting.
The deplorable road condition of the Calabar-Ikomogoja Highway, the Odokpani-Itu Highway, has become a major case for concern for commuters and passengers alike. With the road degrading daily, it has become a death trap for people plying the road. Little wonder what has delayed the completion of this road since it was awarded a few years ago. Alesha Aleji explores the impact of the deteriorating state of this road, they report.
The road network from Calabar to Ikom and onward to Ogoja has become a very crucial part of Cross River State's transportation infrastructure. This route facilitates the movement of people and goods, significantly contributing to the region's economic activities. These roads were commendable and in good shape, which enabled commuters and professional road users to navigate their ways and facilitate their movement to various destinations. Many years after the roads were constructed, which dates back to the early 70s, little or no rehabilitation has been carried out on these roads, which have caused the conditions to worsen and made the transportation unbearable. In recent times, due to poor road maintenance and neglect, the roads which were once a vital lifeline for residents and commuters are now deplorable and marred with potholes, erosion and broken asphalt. This road conditions has caused transportation to become an ordeal.
Calabar-Itu road is dead. When I mean dead, pure die, don't die. I left Onitsha yesterday by 6 o'clock. I entered Calabar by 4 p.m. this evening. They hear me, see my motor, see my jack. This is my jack. A lot of damages on the vehicle. Passengers where they travel, see their bags, some don't go as they see, and all this in a passenger's bag and clothes. The road is causing me a lot of problem every day.
The bad roads mean longer commutes and increased fatigue. Safety risks are heightened, especially for those public transport users. The daily commutes also face delays and increased vehicle maintenance costs due to the damages.
The bad road has really affected me negatively because as I speak now, my husband is at the very leisure by the gully trying to repair the car almost on daily basis. I think the government should look onto it and see what they can do about it.
We appreciate the work that has been done in the roads in Calabar, but we still have many issues. Specifically, Odokpani, that's the one that affects me.
The rehabilitation of these roads will transform the previously deplorable route into a commendable one, like it was several years before now. Many road users say the improvements of these roads will drive economic growth, enhance safety, and improve the quality of residents in the region.
So if the government of the day create an avenue whereby administer a certain agency to look into it. But for me, I feel the major reason why roads are not properly maintained because the agency that manage the roads are not sincere with themselves because over time it is them.
The road network from Calabar to Ikom and onward to Ogoja has become a very crucial part of Cross River State's transportation infrastructure. This route facilitates the movement of people and goods, significantly contributing to the region's economic activity. The hope for smoother roads and reliable transportation is an ongoing struggle for people using these roads constantly. While waiting on the government and relevant authorities to do justice to the roads, Cross Riverians and other interstate commuters continue to navigate their challenging struggle with hope for better days. For CRBC, Alessia reporting.
In recent years, Nigeria has faced rising rates of unemployment and poverty, creating a severe strain on the mental health of its citizens. The increasing ability to cater for one's daily needs, as well as the financial toll unemployment is having on the citizen, has thrown many into a state of despair. Our correspondent, Anastasia Okoka, delves into the role of unemployment in the increased rates of suicide in the country and how it can be curtailed, the report.
Poverty and unemployment is an all-time high with the prevailing situation in the country and indeed the entire world. Many organizations and business outfits have had to shut down or downsize the workforce. In the state here, the issue of poverty and unemployment has beaten hard, especially on the youths. Many who have graduated many years ago without any paid employment, hence the situation some of our respondents say have given rise to mental health crisis, depression, and other vices the youths have indulged in.
I think the reason why some persons are killing themselves is because they feel that they are lazy. They can't maybe find themselves doing something else. They are just depending on some other person. Or even if they, like say, maybe they are having this hope that everything needs to be there for them. You know, most of our youths these days, they don't go out to look for a job, no matter how little the amount might be or the income. They feel that maybe everything should be done for them.
Christians believe that if you take your life, you're going straight to hell. And it doesn't matter whatever it is that you are going through, the hardship, the economy, whatever, it's not right to take your life. It is never justified because Christianity doesn't believe it is right.
A lot of people finish education and most of them didn't have work. There are people that finish school from many years, they didn't have work, but their certificate is there. Most of them are selling pure water. Most of them are Okada rider. Most of them are keke rider. Most of them are stealing. They have to look for something to eat. It's too much in this country, Nigeria.
Not being able to meet basic needs like food, housing, and healthcare, to mention but a few different. A situation many people attribute to some self-defense and preservation. While poverty and unemployment are major contributors, societal factors like family pressure, stigma, and poor support systems has played significant roles.
If you live under the poverty line, you'll be thinking how you'll be able to at least provide the basic needs of life, such as food, shelter, and all of that. So by so doing, and you'll be thinking you don't have the means to purchase those things. By so doing, you will develop high blood pressure, you will develop a lot of health issues. There are opportunities there. So while you're thinking how to get rid of poverty, you should also engage yourself in social activities. Understand, and try something else.
Many people still believe that taking one's own life is not an option.
There's always hope for everybody, and you don't know where your hope can come from. So in that kind of situation, you can't take your life because that period of time you're thinking of you taking your life, you don't know the next thing that will happen. One taking their life is not good.
There is no reason that should make anybody to take his or her own life, because suicide is never an option. You might even not know that thing you are going through, that you want to take your life, or people are going through 10 times more than that. If you take your life now, you are the one who lost, because maybe you don't know, maybe tomorrow is your day now, and you take your life today. Tomorrow now, another person will now come and rip from where you soon. So all your suffering, all your hardship, all your labors just going in. So there is no reason whatsoever you're going through.
As the economic situation bites harder, with no hope in a very near future, it is the wish of many that governments be proactive to employment issues and poverty management.
When you don't have sufficient maybe fund to be able to get the needed needs of your life in terms of food. See, some families don't have sufficient money to buy enough food for their families. So as such, that is the poverty. Once you cannot meet up the necessary needs, like clothing, food, even shelter, inability to afford their children education, economically, a poor person.
So how does this poverty make people feel depressed or feel like life is over for them?
Many are of the view that effective policies on job creation and skill acquisition should be institutionalized in our educational curriculum to improve the mindset of would-be graduates and the youth, to prepare them for the next level after formal education. For CRBC, Anastasia Okuka reporting.
The construction of the highly anticipated ravine and road project in Mayne Avenue is ongoing. promising to transform the area into a safe, modern and sustainable transportation hub. After years of planning and anticipation, the project has finally broken ground, bringing with it a host of benefits for residents, community and local businesses alike, from improved safety and accessibility to reduce traffic congestion and enhance economic growth. This project is said to be a game changer for the community. The report.
The Mayne Avenue ravine, which has posed a challenge for road connectivity for years, is being addressed by the government. The new road, which will not only bridge this ravine but also provide a safer, more efficient route for vehicles and pedestrians, have long been advocated for by the residents of the area, as the ravine has caused frequent traffic bottlenecks and safety hazards, especially during the raining season when the ravine's flooding tendencies disrupt travels. The infrastructure development aims to enhance local accessibility, improve smooth flow of movement for residents and motorists, especially during the raining season in the area. Speaking, some residents commented that the new construction will make a huge difference in their lives, further stating that the bad road and ravine condition had caused serious flooding in the area.
This particular ravine has been a threat to the inhabitants of this area, in a sense that because we have a flow of water erosion coming from the other axis, and so it affects the residents of this area. It makes even people who are passing to have difficulty, motorists, through passing here, it's always difficult. So government coming to intervene to help in this area is a very good idea.
Others pointed that pedestrians and motorists alike had to use longer routes to get to their destinations because the road was a threat to lives during raining seasons.
Instead of this road, before now it was nothing to write home about. At least during rainy season, we used to avoid this road. But right now I can see there's a construction going on here. It's a welcome development at least. For the people staying around here, they won't have to suffer that, what they used to suffer before going to swim, the ocean and everything. You know, all the drainage used to link down here to the main river. So welcome to the I really appreciate the government for doing this.
Actually, the road here was a little bit rough and very bad, but at least there is improvement in it. And I think the government is actually doing a good job here.
Commending the efforts of the Prince Otu-led administration, others pleaded that quality materials be used for the construction to ensure durability and longevity of the project.
The work they are doing is a good one. I was even thinking, if they do not construct this better, how in the next 5 months, how this environment will look like. But what we have seen, what me myself have seen, green the gutter, making it very neat, and the construction is very okay. With this, being in this environment, we don't have the fear that was coming on us. So I want to thank the government, this present government, this present administration for their work. They have done well. May God richly bless them.
And because of this erosion that cut here, there is no road here. So what government trying to do now is good. I'm so excited. And I want government again to make sure that they could be able to form this road for us again. Understand? So I'm very much excited for it.
With the project set to be completed soon, residents are optimistic about the positive changes the new road will bring to Mayne Avenue. Once finished, the new infrastructure will undoubtedly stand as a testament to the government's commitment to growth and progress. For CRBC News Panorama, Ifeanyi Equita reporting as filed in by Stephanie Oreng.
That is all we have on our lineup this week. We hope to be back same time next week. Do keep a date with us. I am Josephine Ifanga.